Alright, enough dancing. Salut tout le monde, it's your boy, Lukael. Welcome back to Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. This is episode 5. I'm a little bit distracted right now because I just got a new desk for my recording setup for my computer, which is great because I now have a little bit more space. However, it's terrible because it means I had to basically redo my entire recording setup, which is why I might look and sound a little bit different right now. And having to readjust all of your settings and all of your lighting and all of your microphone settings and all that stuff, it's an absolute nightmare. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. In fact, I'm still kind of like messing around with it. So, but I just had to sit down, record the episode, and I guess I'll figure out the rest of this stuff later. So what did we do last time in Ghost Trick? It feels like so long ago now. We saved the life of the choking Minister of Justice, right? And then we saw that the blue duo had kidnapped a little girl who they think is the daughter of the Justice Minister, but it's actually Zhao's daughter. Or maybe they do know it's Zhao's daughter and not the Minister of Justice. I'm not sure, but I think they made a mistake. And yeah, there's probably a little bit more that I'm forgetting, but we're just gonna jump into it and I'm sure it's gonna come back to me. Sorry if I'm being distracted again. The last couple hours have been a nightmare. So I'm sure Ghost Trick will be quick to put a smile back on my face. So let us forget our trouble with some Ghost Trick. Thank you for joining me today. Without any further ado, let's jump right back in. Chapter 13, 12:51 a.m. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. Right, the novelist. That's what she was. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt that. Right. Okay, I remember now. We were going to the lady's apartment in order to prove to the minister that his daughter was safe. Right. I doubt the justice minister will call off the execution tonight. Call off the execution tonight. And then this little girl who's sick. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. She's very furiously typing. She's got a very bad back, it seems. A little case of the scoliosis here. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing, did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. You don't sound like a very good mother. I don't want to judge, but, you know. Also drinking while your daughter is sick? I didn't go out to play. I can't do this voice. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. Also, aren't you too young to be going out at night? But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. I know she sounds similar to Kamila. I'm not doing that on purpose. Here is to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Emily. I hate you! It looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. Good guy, Cecil. And there's another lucky development too. Emily wants to call her father. Now, if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. Trick time. So we're in the phone. Here we've got a lighter, which we can light and set fire to the entire apartment. Oh, that's very dangerous. Oh, there you go. The phone's right there. Just call him. The phone! She's like, oh, no, you don't. Come on, if you call her fast, you can do it before she gets there. Emily, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Emily. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the justice minister, you know? All you do is write weird novels. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Oh no. The flower has bloomed. What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry, you really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? Her hair is alive. Oh, and she took the phone away. Now why'd you have to go and disparage her hobby? I hate you! Oh, and she got the table closer. Oh, how nice for you. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now so you won't do anything else mischievous. Like calling your father. I hate you! I can hear you, you know. Whew, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Emily can call. Yeah. So at this point we can turn it on, but that doesn't do anything. We've got a waste basket, which we can open. A lamp, which we can turn off. I'd better not put out the lamp right now. It will only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Emily a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. We can swing a pendulum harder, which doesn't do much. Make the wall clock chime. Too weak. Oh goodness, look at the time. As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, eh? This won't buy enough time for her daughter to make a phone call. There must be something else I can distract her with. Can turn the latch, which will make a little mouse fall. There's a valve here. There's a bunch of stuff. A hoist. Chandelier. Another latch. Dictionary. I guess we can make the little mouse fall. Oh no. I'll save you. By swinging this. Swing that right in her hair. What if we make the wall clock chime? She's gonna see the mouse. Well, having a good time. Oh, she is not as panicked as I thought she was gonna be. Having a good time, are we, little rodent? Don't you hurt this mouse. Sweet dreams. What the fuck is wrong with you? Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? This poor rat or mouse. Also, the cables up there all chewed up. Wow. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Right, yes. Can we like hit that? No. So the latch is now open. This poor mouse. Is it still alive? Did she kill it? Oh no! Oh no! I fucking killed this rat. Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. I can't believe we killed this mouse. I hope it's okay. Oh. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. Forget she did that. all of them all at once. You gonna put that in your drink? Strange. Whoa, she's really cranking that thing. It is a very nice moody lighting in which to write. What a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Did I kill this poor rat? I don't exactly know how this situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious. Okay, it's not dead. Very important. But now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. Are you gonna give me a checkpoint or no? So unconscious rat. I could make it fall again. We can burn the chandelier brighter. It's very dangerous the way I keep playing with fire in these apartment buildings. We've got a dictionary, a crank here. Oh, I can make it fall back down, okay. What a naughty chandelier. And then she's just gonna crank it back up. Then we got a dictionary. The lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? The poor thing, destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. Okay, well, all I can do is open this latch. Oh no, the little tail is dangling. That's all I can do. Can't move further left. So what if I turn the crank and then while she's gone, I mess with her lamp? Can I do that? That was close. No, because I can't move while she's doing this. Or can I turn knob? Not put out the lamp right now. Think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. I don't know. I mean, clearly I'm supposed to set fire to this this candelabra, this chandelier here. But what about this valve? It doesn't do anything? Can't move the latch anymore. All I can really do, it seems, is to turn the crank, but once I turn it, I can't control Sissel anymore until she goes back to sit again, so... Could I burn brighter and then lower the crank? While it's burning bright? Wait, no, it didn't work. Oh, right, because it's very close to her, so if it's burning bright and then I lower it, it might set fire to her hair? I don't know. Like, I don't want to murder this woman, but... No, because then the fire goes out as soon as I drop it. You can open that, which does nothing. You can turn the thing on, which does nothing. All the things I can do here do nothing. Did I mess something up? Like, should I restart from the beginning? But the only thing I can really do is make the fire burn brighter. Or lower the thing. But I don't regain control until she's already moved it back. That was close. Could I make it fall on her while she's moving? Whoa! She fucking dodged it Matrix style. Such insolence. Okay, I think I can maybe, if I do it right when she's under. Oh man, she's too good. She's got fucking superhuman reflexes. What if I do it when she's right in the middle? Aha! There you go. Emily! Emily, help me! Mama! Come on, just get out of bed. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Man, how bad is this sickness of yours that your mother is like imprisoned and you can't even get up to help her? Here is to the weakness of my darling angel. Well, you're taking it very well. Are you really stuck? That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Okay. So... could use this time to... No, because she's passed out. Now we could turn off the lamp. If I recall, the novelist said she didn't like the dark. I don't want her trashing around any more than she already is. I'd better not put out... Why do you not want me to turn off this lamp ever? Oh dear, look at the time. You've been stuck in there for hours. I mean, I could make the fire burn... Oh, I can't. I was gonna say I could make the fire burn brighter, but that would just like... kill her. Turn the valve. All I can do is lift it again. Oh my god, that's very strong. What? What is going on here? Emily, look, do you see this? Help me, please. Sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. Wow. Just don't care about your mother. Looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father, I guess, but she's passed out. The only trouble is she can't reach it. I guess I'll just have to deliver it to her. You are very resourceful, Sissel. Oh, that's right, the angle of those candles. I saw something very similar just recently, didn't I? Yeah. But why can I... There's all this stuff on the left, can I not go there? Okay, now turn the lamp off. Still not? I mean, I have the lighter here, which does nothing. Swing harder. That doesn't solve my problem. I still can't access anything. Oh, but now I can burn brighter. That seems very dangerous, though. Jeez. Oh. No! Not the rat's tail! No, this poor rat. He's having the worst day of his life. Oh, jeez. Now I really owe that poor rat an apology. But this might be a really good chance for me, too. I have to get that phone to Emily. Sissel! Being pretty reckless with people's lives right now. Oh, God. There you go. Can you help this poor rat, please? And all the way to her. Please help this rat and also the woman. Mama! What in the world is going on here? Okay, the fire's gone out. The rat should be fine. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute. Good. Good. Ah, don't you dare, Emily. I won't have it. Get me down. You're too late. So are you calling? Hello, Papa? Emily! Is that you? Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I heard Dave said you were... Oh. No, never mind. It's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa. Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama, who's currently suspended on the fucking ceiling. Oh, your mean old Mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now? Well, she's certainly up all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Emily. I'm the one who was wrong. Huh? Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's alright now. He's got the little content face. Oh, okay. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see. Okay. She doesn't really seem to care. But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. I don't think I did anything. It just kind of happened by itself, but okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, Papa. Have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Emily. Good night, sweetheart. There, it's all better now. Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh, Emily. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. I don't know if you should read them. What? Oh, maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Okay. So, Emily, if you're feeling a little more charitable toward your old mama, do you think you could let me down now? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. And she's gonna go back to bed. Oh, no, she just passed out. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here is to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Well, she's taking it well. If you keep wriggling, I'm sure you can get out of there somehow. All of a sudden, everybody is getting along again. Such an abrupt change, I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Kamila is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office where everybody's waiting for the prison van. But were we fast enough though? Were we in time? The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Kamila is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe, he seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is gonna happen. Cabanilla is still there. And Chowd. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. Who are you thanking? No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet, you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Ah! Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please, let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. So we're not done just yet. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I guess I'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers, is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? The inspector in white? You know his name, don't you? What's wrong, buddy? Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others, a manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. Is that the voice again? The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. So, it's possible the antagonist in this game is going to be another ghost, just like us? Impossible. Was it a voice like this? Or was it a voice like this? I can't remember. The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Oh. So you guys know about ghosts. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Kamila has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act. According to the inspector, the first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Okay, so the detectives found a murder they couldn't solve, and instead of just admitting that it's because they weren't good enough to solve it, then they figured it must be a ghost. It must be a supernatural power. You know, sometimes it just looks like an impossible murder, but it's actually, you just haven't found the solution. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned the mistake. Could you tell us about it? I love when they do this, where like a new dialogue option opens up, and so they have to talk about like something you were discussing a long time ago, even though like he just mentioned it. So it's like, that thing you just said, could you tell us about it? It's like, well, yes, I was just about to. I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Also, these conversations that we are having between, I mean, they're not dead. They're still alive. It's just me. That's the ghost. Do they happen like in an instant? Are we just like talking at the speed of light while we're standing here? Or like, is it happening in real time? I know you're not really supposed to think that hard about it. You know, it's just a game for fun. I can't help but wonder about these things. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanella can hear this too. Because he's just been standing there. Oh, I get what his hair is now. I guess it's like a book. It's like an open book, and then it's got like the little signet poking out of it. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanella, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. Was this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Child's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. Really? I was being controlled. Oh. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. How controlled are we talking about? Alright. It would explain why Lynn killed us. It also looked like she was being controlled. No, I mustn't sign it. I mean, once it was signed, you could have just... Oh wow, he even called someone to come get the paper. And the guy didn't think it was weird. Wait, don't deliver that document. And then he just didn't listen. Not a very good employee. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. Huh. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated. My memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against that task. But the next day, it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanella's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a minister of justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose. But it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. Oh, there's his wife. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. So she was actually doing the right thing. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. And also, you would have died from a heart attack. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. Oh. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. Because you're worried maybe someone's like controlling you from like a short distance. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. Could it be the lamp though? I mean, the lamp was trying to help us. What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Would you though? Is it something you would like to do? Apparently different ghosts get different ghost tricks. Why is that? But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanela, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. They're going to arrest him. What did you say? Jowd, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. Really? How convenient for you. I recommend you think long and hard, pause, before making your final decision, sir. Look at him straight away. Inspector! This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is, it's kind of difficult to explain. Cecil, if you're there, come to the park immediately. Well, don't hang up then. It looks like your help is needed, Cecil. Yeah, I guess so, huh? I knew actually, right from the beginning. Knew what? That you saved my life the first time we met tonight. Oh, that. When I talked about that miserable, pathetic, short-sighted, disgraceful man, I knew I was talking about me. I hated who I had become. But you helped me appreciate the truth. Now I truly understand the wonderful support I've been getting from so many, including that of my loving family. I'm glad to hear that. I'm starting to realize what a lucky man I am, and it's all thanks to you. Oh, well, I'm glad I could help you realize that. Can I have a quick talk with Jowd before I leave? I never saw that coming. The minister was being controlled, huh? I'm truly sorry, Detective Jowd. I have no excuse to offer you. You know, maybe it was all for the best. What? What do you mean? If you had never been manipulated, you never would have believed the power existed. After all, you're a realist, right? It just goes to show you, you never know when even the worst things can turn out good. Detective Jowd, I don't know what to say. All right, Cecil, you'd better go help Lynn. She's a good kid, but she's got a habit of taking on other people's problems. I mean, that's kind of what you're supposed to do as a detective, but... Yeah, I know. Let's see, she's in Temzik Park, eh? I wonder why the inspector in white went running out like that. But I'm more concerned about Lynn. She looked really upset. Why does he keep calling him the inspector in white? We know his name. She looked really upset. I'd better go see her fast. Alright. So she's at the park. Oh, end of chapter. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temzik Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. It's gonna be up to me to save the day. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Yeah, because clearly that person is the one who killed me. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Obviously. That is clearly what happened. Chapter 14. Temzik Park, the site of the little lady Kamila's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Right, the music box, which is actually a box that contains the gun that killed Jowd's wife. What if it's the ghost of Jowd's wife who's the manipulator? I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead for once. But what did she find? There's a chicken case there. Where's that weird guy with the weird hat? Oh, there's the cook. Huh? What's he doing here? Hey, la la la. Let me spend a moment's time with you. The world will not end and the food delivery is a little late, la la la. A little late. It's already ice cold. Gotta wait for him. Bring your croissant-nosed ass over here. There you go. Swing harder. This poor guy. Basketball. Globe climber, which we can spin. A boot. There's a boot stuck in there. Bunch of stuff in this tree. A gigantic moon out tonight. Leaflet, leaflet. Love letter, which we can rustle. Oh, and it freed it. Oh, but now I might not be able to go back down. Shit. You can close the umbrella. Oh, and it falls down. Okay. A rugby ball. If we spin this thing. Woo, I got this thing spinning. Also, Lynn, you knew I was coming to the park, so why didn't you just stay near the phone so I could talk to you right away without having to do this fucking obstacle course? Woo, I got this thing spinning pretty fast. I didn't even put much effort into it. This is quite a bit of power and speed for a piece of playground equipment. I can just imagine all the poor kids who get sent flying all over the park. I guess that's why there's like items everywhere. We got a seesaw, a baseball. Funny story, I actually broke my leg as a kid because of a seesaw. I think I was like 4 or 5. And I was playing on the seesaw with another kid. And then while I was up in the thing, he just decided to leave. He was like, I'm done playing. He just left and then I fell. And my leg got stuck under the thing and it broke. I wonder who that kid is now. What he became, that little shit. Move the seesaw. Get to the ball. Get to the seesaw. Got a tire, a leaf. How can you be so down when this is your theme music? From your dejected expression, I gather that you don't have music on. You didn't find what you were looking for? Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else instead, something horrible. Horrible? What is it? Is he dead? There, in the grass. You'd better see for yourself. Oh, you got crushed. Looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Again, you're a detective? You shouldn't be asking me that? Nope, I suppose not. This is kind of your job. Leaflet, oil drum, dumpster lid. Mascot, trowel. Wait, isn't this what Jad was painting in his room, in his cell, at the prison? It had the big eyes like that. I don't remember what voice I gave this guy. I don't think he even spoke before. I have to think of a new voice. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name? My name? What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching, but we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life. Or your way of death, rather. But I am interested in your way of death. So let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. We've got another kind of weirdo on our hands, don't we? Or he's talking to that other... And so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom far away from here. So he's like, what, some kind of like hippie or... Uh-oh. The kidnapping is going on, dude. I'm coming! Just hold on! I'll be right there!
I've located the target, beauty. A girl of the right age coming out of the right apartment building at the right time.
It's just a coincidence. Oh! She hit the box.
Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side.
And you're gonna do that how?
Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me?
Very gently, okay. Oh gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Wow, she just shoved his ass. Oh! Oh, jeez. What the... That's not right. How the hell did that happen? What in the world? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino the mascot, the symbol of Temzik Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, yes, I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes, the power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then that same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Was it the mischief of the gods or was it a ghost trick? It would take a very powerful ghost trick to move like this heavy of an object. But nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. Or could it? But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers than me? Yeah. We don't really understand these ghost tricks well enough to make an educated guess. So we've got the soul there. He's on the phone right now. Look at that. There's another flame. Wait, what the hell? Is that another ghost? Oh, so that is the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. Here he comes. Who the hell are you? What the? This person with much greater powers than me is... It's... you? What? Cecil! Oh my, it's... Missile! You look well for being dead. Did you see it? Did you see what I did? I did it! I tried really hard and I did it! I saved Miss Kamila! Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what's going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked! So you died again? After Miss Kamila went out and you left? Did you just give yourself a concussion? I worked like crazy to make my own path and I did it! Jump through the fucking window? Oh. Okay. You opened the door. And then I followed Miss Kamila out into the big wide world. And then here at this park, I found her at last. Yes, you guessed it. I barked. You bet I did. And I went running after her too. And she couldn't hear you? Uh-oh. What the hell? Fucking dog died again? And then I guess I died. And then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor Miss Kamila. Crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Kamila! I had to rescue Miss Kamila. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And I remembered what you did for me, how you saved me. So... you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death? Wait, so could I still save Missile at this point? If I went back 4 minutes before his death? You bet I did! How'd you move the boulder like that?
Yes, my dear. I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side.
But then he still kidnapped her anyway, so... Okay, but yeah, she would have died otherwise, I guess. Now's my chance, I thought. I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw toward the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Cecil. Go ahead and try it for yourself. He's gonna have like a much longer range than me. What the fuck? Why is your range so long compared to mine? It's because I'm like burdened by all my human emotions. I'm not pure like a dog. I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can, Cecil. You can't? Then how did you? I didn't know what to do, then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. What decides if like an item or an object has a core or not? Like what determines that? I tried reaching out to the leaf. Oh, you connected them. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them. As long as the two things have the same shape, that is. Oh. Swap things with the same shape? Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Oh, what the fuck? That's incredible! And so that's how you saved your mistress, is it? And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? I'm very sorry! My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. Oh, but you couldn't reach it. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped again with that, then disaster wouldn't have to rain down on my head. So that's our mission then? Wait, so right now I'm 4 minutes before the guy is dead, but then I also went back 4 minutes more from Messiah's perspective, like, but what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. It's a football. Whatever it is, I'd much prefer it on my head than Mino. So why didn't you swap them, Messiah? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. A lot more. Like twice as much. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. Oh, what if I help you? Maybe the both of us could reach it. Right? If I add my length to yours. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. I bet there's something you can do now. Huh? If we were together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. Do you think you could help me? Of course. Naturally. So we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Okay, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Some Inception shit now. Alright, let's get started. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with the leaf. And then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it. So that means I have to move it closer somehow. Looks like you and I will have to work together on that one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press R2. Okay. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you press R2, I can go back to myself. Okay, let's try it. Together we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Trick time. Alright, Missile. Your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. And if I see something we can swap, I should use R2. So we're gonna be like traveling together? I'm sorry about all this trouble, Sissel. If only my paw could reach a little further. I could have swapped that big lump one more time. Swapped it with that rugby ball in the tree nearby. That's alright. That's what we're going to do now together. I'm going to give it my best. The first thing to do is find a path to that rugby ball. Okay, yeah, he can travel much further. But I can't move there. And then from here I can't do anything. Did I mess up already? Switch things that have the same shape. Wait, why can't I reach that? Why can I not reach? Oh, there you go. Look at this funny flattened ball. It's the same shape as that horrible Mino, but it's too far to swap from here. Even this ball is starting to look horrible to me. We have to find a way to get this ball closer to that Mino thing. Knock it down from the tree, I say. There must be something we can do. So if I switch to Sissel, he's all the way back down there. Can open this lid. Uh-oh, here comes the other guy. Ooh, here you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me a lightning-fast speed. I've been thinking, if you could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished? It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? I would have to see, like, what he does again. Here he fucking comes. You can spin the globe more. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. Yeah, it does look pretty dangerous. Looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. They just might buy us some time. Maybe I'll just keep spinning around like that the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. I guess you can swap these two. Does that do anything? The tire? Now there's a tire inside. So you can swap the basketball, the tire, even though again these only have the same shape in 2D, not in 3D. And then the baseball. There's like so much going on here. I'm not sure what to do. So Missile can't move things, he can only swap things. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Can rustle the love letter, have it go up. Something about that umbrella again. All right, this might dislodge the... Oh, that was so close. If it hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Is that all this umbrella can be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down? Don't forget about my powers. And don't forget about my recklessness of youth. But the umbrella doesn't have the same shape as anything else, though. Here comes that man, fast enough to scare even a quick little doggy like me. Uh-oh, the rugby ball is still in the tree. Ah, behold, the recklessness of youth. Yeah, it's that recklessness of yours that's causing us so much trouble. No one can stop the recklessness of youth. Well, if we can't stop it, then I guess we're gonna have to find a way to make it work for us. But if he comes running too fast, you won't have time to get ready. Looks like figuring out what to do with his recklessness is the key. I don't know, there's like so many things here. Let me look again at what he does once he stops spinning. jumps. Oh, okay. This thing flies up and okay. Cecil, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? Yes, it sent that ball up just right, didn't it? So close. It's too bad it didn't hit the rugby ball. Maybe if I'd put the tire on there? Really looked like it was going to. I guess this just isn't the way to knock the rugby ball down from the branch, but you know, I bet that ball and seesaw will still come in handy. Okay, let's restart, I guess. Maybe if we can put the tire on the seesaw. Shit. If I move... Oh, it's too heavy. The seesaw won't budge. Maybe because that swap I made. This little ball is about all the weight I can handle. Okay, so... Cecil needs to make it there before... Okay, we can both be in the same object. So now... He needs to move somewhere else. Then I go there, make this spin to save some time. Spin, spin, spin. While this is happening... Oh, but I can't reach anymore. There we go. So we still need this to move. Because I want him to jump on it, right? And then you trade this with the tire. Swap it. Okay, now what if he jumps on it? Oh, but wait, no. Cecil still needs to also go up in the tree to move the umbrella. So Russell, and then move the umbrella. Now when he jumps, it might work. Nope, that did nothing. Cecil, did you see that? Did you see the seesaw? I guess the tire is too heavy to get much height. I wouldn't have been surprised if it launched me into the air. The tire does have quite a bit of weight to it. No matter how heavy it is, I can still swap it. So weight isn't a factor when it comes to swapping. Should it be the basketball then? Would the basketball get enough height to reach the umbrella? So we need to move. So basically I want to... Okay, the tire was too heavy, so we want the basketball, I guess. So let's swap baseball and this. Now the basketball is on the... That's good. So now the basketball is on the thing, so once he jumps on it, it's gonna go up. Now I need Cecil to go up in the tree. So jump in there. So this thing can spin. Spin this faster to get some time. Go up, so Russell the love letter. This goes up. Then I can reach the umbrella. Or like, should I wait? No, I guess I should do it now. Oh, and I can still open the umbrella too. Should I have it open or closed? Oh, it might catch the basketball. Jump. Then it falls in, and then... Okay, I'm definitely closed now. Wow, I so did not see that coming. I never thought the umbrella would catch the ball. I did. Did you see that? The tree branch, it shook it a little. I think I saw it. Oh, I could swap the... Either I close the umbrella, which will like shoot up the basketball into the other ball, Or I could swap it with a tire, which would like break the branch. I think I saw it shake too. If it only shook a little more, it would knock that terrible rugby ball down from this terrible tree. Maybe it just needs a little more weight. Okay, so it's the, yeah. I'm sure we can do this. We just have to put our heads together. What a smart dog. Everything looks good so far. We just need one more step. Yeah, swap those. That's gonna bring this down. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? Now we can... with the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf, and then from there you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near. Missile, are you ready? You bet! And let's just do it. So... oh, but I can't do it. Wait, I need to go there, and then there. Oh, I can't reach it. I guess it needs to happen while the thing is falling. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to be very fast. Okay, they're giving me like a split second here, I think. Ooh. Oh no, okay, so he does it automatically. And then swap. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. The finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Okay, I thought I had to do it, but I didn't have to do it. There, how's that? My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. And now Mino is right where he belongs. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Fate averted. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So now let's go back and save your life. Can we do that? And then would that still save Kamila's life if Missile wasn't there to save her life? I'm getting confused. Wait a minute. What is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. What? When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Kamila when she was in trouble. It's because they want us to have access to this swap feature for the last few chapters of the game. I want to be able to protect Miss Kamila. And to do that, I need these powers I have now. But then there's no guarantee we'll be able to come back and save your life later. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course, you're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present. That was quite the chapter. Just playing with that little leaf. And so Kamila ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's alright, after all. After all, she has me! He's still unconscious in the fucking grass. Missile, are you in there? Miss Lynn, leave Miss Kamila to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile? Uh-oh. Miss Lynn! Whoa. Well, let's hope the wind takes you where you need to be. We're like completely dependent on the placement of all these objects around us to do anything. You could so easily just get stuck and then not be able to do anything. I'm going to leave it up to Missile and the wind. Kind of looks like Missile is being left up to do. I love how I'm always predicting what the game is gonna say. Weird guy. Oh, I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. There you go. My apologies, this is for you. Oh? Yeah, no, just shove that right in your fucking coat pocket. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Oh, not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. Weird guy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Not the long ellipses. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. What is it? Excuse me, but are you... No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Aren't you... Aren't you that little girl from that time? I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Oh, he was a witness. Are you talking about... Trick time. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? Could just be coincidence. But apparently you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, yes, of course. I was actually about to do just that. Rock of the Gods? What's this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. What, me know? This music's so dramatic now. Oh god. Wait, there's like a fucking crater. Did something fall from the sky? Is there like a meteorite? Maybe that's why he says Rock of the Gods. Missile. Just walk normally, dude. Wait a minute. You say gods, but do you mean dogs? Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You are standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Yeah, there was like a meteorite, I think. Monument. Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. Rock of the Gods. Oh yeah. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. Miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite? Precisely. It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Eek! Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Who is this person? All like hidden in darkness, of course, because we can't see who it is. Is that Sissel? Is that Cabanilla? Is that someone else? Some very lanky person. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick, it was painful. Just when I couldn't stand it any longer, that's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned blue. Wait. But we saw this scene that happened in the past, right? I think because Lynn told us about it, but I guess I guess she was very young and also maybe unconscious at the time, so maybe she didn't know about this one detail about the meteorite. It happened at this precise moment? What are the odds of that? I think they would have died if a rock this size would fall here. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the. Wow. Lynn was literally saved by a fucking meteorite. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. Huh. I could not have predicted that. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the rock of the gods. Oh my, I can't believe it. The rock of the gods was given the name Temzik, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. Why Temzik? I never knew about this Temzik. I always thought Detective Jad was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I guess so, but you should have still heard about it. The meteorite was named Temzik after the name of this park that it fell in. And then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. I mean, it was just a coincidence, I guess. So it's not so much that it's a meteorite that you're into, it's the fact that this meteorite saved a girl's life. So that's why you think it's like an act of God. And so I've taken up residence in this park and I am trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. Huh. I mean, they could leave the monument there, I guess. Can't believe the fucking dog's dead. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temzik thing. And if he knew, and the man died, I took his life. What was that confession of his all about? Yeah, he said he killed him. The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. There's so many weird twists and turns in this game. There's the box with the... A gun would definitely not fit inside this box. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything had been resolved, I had wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanilla, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know? See? He calls that a knack? Looks more like brute strength to me. Here you are. Don't point it at your face. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Kamila built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would little Kamila use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter. Not leaving any evidence behind and all that. Haha. In the case report, there was mention of some scorch marks. everything just disappears. When it happened, Kamila was watching from her hiding place. Who's talking right now? She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. Yeah, so who did that? I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there in that room that day. I mean, does it prove that it happened on that day at that specific moment? It just proves you have a gun that once shot, and that there once was a gun that shot on the wall. It doesn't prove that that's what happened to kill your wife, though. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court, and so as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Len. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next, am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? You'll figure it out. We believe in you. Okay, then. Cecil, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would be gone by now without ever having known any of this. A lot of people would be dead. Jowd would be dead. Lynn would be dead. The Justice Minister would be dead. Probably Kamila would be dead. Pretty much everyone would be dead if it wasn't for me. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5. Why would you think that? You took ownership for a crime you did not commit. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow, I just know it. And that's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough, fire away. Manipulator. Cecil told me all about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like this manipulator really did a number on the minister too. Ah! Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Cecil, do you think that's what happened to me too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated too? She sure was. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me. But now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But so, would someone have done this knowing that we would then solve the whole thing? Like, what I'm saying is, like, was I killed for a good cause? But no, because they couldn't predict all the things that would happen starting from this event, could they? Unless they have the power to predict the future. But who is it? And why did they do it? I feel like they're not going to introduce new characters at this point, and so like it would have to be someone we already know. But I don't know. That contraption was a birthday surprise for Kamila's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. Yeah, because you died from it. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. Right? I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. Yeah, he doesn't know about that. Told Detective Jowd about it. So someone installed the exact same contraption in this room. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. Then how the hell would someone know about it? You haven't? But so Kamila had set up part of the contraption, right? The only part she didn't set up was the gun being included, right? So either Kamila would have to be the one who set up the contraption that killed Lynn, or a ghost that was there years ago. But no, because ghosts are supposed to disappear right away, so it can't be a ghost. It would have to be someone who, then it's the person who set up the gun is also the same person who set up the contraption. That makes a lot more sense, now that I say it. That old pigeon guy. Who in the world? Wait, are you saying the pigeon guy is the killer? The killer. Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temzik. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So you found out about that, did you? You're such a liar. Like, everything in your life was a lie that you're like covering up. I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. You're such a bad detective. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me that 10 years ago, the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away. I stole that man's life away. No question about it. It was entirely my fault. How was it your fault? I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if the meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already I mean, I guess so. But you're literally not, though. You didn't kill him. And also, I think it's fair to shoot a man who's holding like a little girl hostage. If you're a detective, that's kind of your job. I mean, you could have shot him in the leg or something, but if you're trying to save like an innocent's life, I don't know, like I'm not exactly sure how the law works when it comes to like police using lethal force. Like I think they're allowed when it's to save innocents' lives, but so you feel like you killed the man even though you didn't because you were about to do it. This is some Minority Report shit. Like, should you be held responsible for something you were going to do? Definitely, for sure, even though you didn't actually do it, like in the actual events that happened. That's not true. You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. I just wanted to kill the guy. On that day 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Oh, so you let the guy escape and he then took the girl hostage, so you feel responsible for it. Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. Oh. At the time, I was a young and green detective brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. Or like a gun, I guess. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. I mean, that's still the other guy making that choice, doing these actions, like... But I get why he feels responsible, but you're not responsible for everyone's actions. All I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. You're being a little hard on yourself, I think. But I get it. So the man who grabbed me died that day, with a meteorite in his back. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. And then a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. Oh, so that's why you were painting the park. I painted pictures on my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. But that doesn't explain why you painted my picture. How do you know Sissel? All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. So why then? I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Wait just 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? How is that possible? What the... I died though. That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole, of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. Hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight. And he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man at the park that day by isn't Sissel. What? From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Wait, who gave me the name Sissel? Mr. Minister, Inspector Kamila, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. What? Demand? Our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release... I fucking knew it! I knew he was a bad guy. What are you talking about, Inspector Kamila? And you know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. But he's not blue though. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Kamila. The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Kamili's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? I'm even further from knowing than when I started. I mean, we're closer, but I get it. Oh man, that was quite the chapter. What the hell? Wait, so if really that guy, I mean, it could be a lazy twist, like I have a twin or something, but it's probably not that. So if truly the person we know as Sissel died 10 years ago, then no, he had to survive. I mean, maybe a ghost saved my life, but then if a ghost had saved my life and returned to the present, these people would not remember me as having died, right? Like that would be the new reality for everyone except the person who died. So it can't be that. But then where did I first hear the name Sissel? I'll have to go back and look through my older videos. Maybe that's not actually my name. Oh man, I'm so I'm trying to make sense of it, but there's so many different elements. Like my brain hurts just trying to think about it. Also, I'm really, really hungry. I need to take a little break here before the next chapter and go eat something. So I'll be right back. God, I am not getting used to this new lighting. I'm gonna have to keep messing around with it, but I am back. I just ate some food. I am fully recharged. I'm ready to play the last chapter for today. Although this would be a great cliffhanger on which to end the episode, but I always do 3 chapters per episode, so we're gonna do one more. Chapter 15, 2:55 a.m. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed. I mean, wait, didn't say the man 10 years ago was named Sissel, just that he looked like that. He never said the name. And then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Do you know how unlucky that is? Like, that's gonna be even more rare than being hit by lightning. That's amazing. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other hand of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Let's see. What? I see myself. It's got to be a twin, right? There you are, Commander Sith. Commander Sith? Sissel, where have you been, my good man? Oh god, right. Nose.
Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it would take this long. What about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of your conditions in our little deal. What right do we have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel.
Dawn is approaching. The darkness surrounding my own mystery is deep, but I know it's always darkest just before the dawn. Is that true? Is it really darkest before dawn? It's not really... I never understood that saying.
Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man.
Yes, sir. All preparations are complete, sir. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir.
Have they now? By all means, let me have a look.
Back with these two weirdos. It's been a while. That was like at the very beginning of the game. Like, do you even still consider that a human being? Like, is that a human person? That might as well be an alien.
Yes, we're very close.
We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir.
Very well.
You don't gotta slap it afterward, do you? You know, just eat some grapes. Oh, you're in a submarine. Okay. What the hell? Nice try, Inspector Cabanilla. Ooh, looking evil, but you could never stop me. Wait, but Cabanilla called from the kidnappers. See ya, sucker. Is Cabanela not working with the kidnappers? I assumed all the blue people were working together. So, wait. So how come I look like that? You know? Like, do you still have an appearance after you die? Like, does it mean my ghost look like that? Because when we talk to the lamp, like we just saw the flame, but we don't see what he looks like. And so, like maybe that appearance that I have right now is not really what I look like. Maybe I'm actually someone else. But no, because then why would I have... I'm confused. That submarine guy and his people have a deal going with me, do they? What do you mean with me? It can't be you. If that's the case, they probably aren't the ones who killed me, right? Anyway, there's definitely something behind the inspectors. Could it be because my life was saved, like my body started moving again, but I'm actually like still a ghost from a different timeline? Or like, I don't know, I'm trying to make sense of it. There's definitely something behind the inspector's death. I think I'd better talk to him. I mean, I was shocked that he got killed, but I guess it doesn't really matter because we can just save his life. Oh, they're back in this room. It's at the junkyard. Hey, do you think you could wake up for me? Oh boy, still unconscious, eh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there though. If that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it. I'm so confused. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. Oh, maybe he was making the call under duress. I see. Okay, so I guess I jumped the gun. Cabanela is not a bad guy then? That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. Gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country. Oof. What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit? What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive? Why are you doing this? Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago. Man, we don't really know all the different ghost tricks that exist, right? So it's possible that this is a ghost that had the power to possess a human body. And so like he possessed my body after I died? No, because Jowd also said that that's what I looked like 10 years ago. So it's not new that this person is in this body. Like he's always looked like that. But then why am I me? Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that? So everyone knows. Wrong! I was murdered by all of you. Do you not feel pain? Guess not. Detective Jowd, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there when I was running. Lynn? She was just an innocent little girl playing the part. If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage. That's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard. And finally you, Inspector Cabanela. Me? If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was the one blot on it, wasn't it? Only two people know the real truth, me and Detective Jowd. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from prison. Do you really care that much about your damn record? Come on, man. That's the kind of guy you are. Pretty shameful.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway.
Oh shit. I feel like a damn Family Guy character. But you can't kill him. What the hell? Ye gods. Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. The lamp. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Temzik. I guess it's possible that like he gained supernatural powers from being struck by the meteorite. Like, is that the thing that's happening? Is that the idea? Like he got struck by this mysterious meteorite and it gave him like these superpowers to... But then who am I? Who's the ghost? Revenge? That's what I'm up to? Maybe I lost my soul. Or maybe my soul was replaced by like an evil spirit from outer space. And then my actual like soul was kicked out of my body? But no, because I only really became awake tonight. Like I only started existing tonight, not 10 years ago, so... I'm trying so hard to make sense of it. None of this makes any sense, I know.
Hey man, mind telling me what's going on?
Inspector Cabanella.
My head is spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanella character who just got shot is me?
That's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me?
I guess so. It's a little complicated.
But you couldn't be, could you?
Huh?
After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you?
I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. Then why do I look like this? I'm somebody who's searching for himself. That's why I'm here to save you. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red, information I need. So I'm not Sissel?
So you came on a rescue mission now, did you? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere, a life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby. So are you a manipulator too?
I have ghost tricks, powers of the dead, yeah, but I can't control living creatures.
Anywho, I think you'd better be very careful. That guy in red is a manipulator. Naturally, he knows about powers like yours.
Alright, sorry about yet another interruption. I had to go outside to grab something, but...
If he realizes you're here, things might get a little sticky.
You're right, I'd better be careful. I mean, as soon as I do something, he's going to notice that there's a ghost here, isn't he? Plus, you would think he could feel my presence like that woman could? Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? I guess so. So if we swivel it, I mean, I am kind of curious to see what he's gonna do if he notices me moving something. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. I don't like that he's looking right at me. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything.
Damn it!
But he's saying I'm wearing his face, so it... So I was right. Like, I'm not actually Sissel. I'm just someone else. Everything, including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot! This other me knows the powers of the dead well.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You were practically shouting, "Look at me, baby."
I mean, yeah, I was. I wanted to see what would happen. Looks like it might be hard to save you under these circumstances. I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that. What about behind him? Maybe if we do it from behind him? But he doesn't have a car. Huh. Even examine the book. The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. This one on top is balanced so precariously it's a wonder it doesn't fall off. How did the old pigeon guy even reach up here? I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch it for him. Can rock the helmet, but that's in front of him so he would see it, right? Close this. Would he see that? Because he makes this thing fall to the ground, right? Yeah. So from here... Oh, we can go downstairs. Look at this place. Whoa, what happened down here? Damn explosion went off? It wasn't like this the last time we were here, so what happened? It's completely destroyed. What in the world happened here?
I think I'm starting to remember. Something bad happened here, and now there's another death lying hidden here.
What? Another death?
Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here?
I thought you were talking about you. Yes, so was I.
I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby.
So there's another body here? Oh, the pigeon guy. Hey, come to think of it, where is that old pigeon guy? I guess he's under all the rubble. We can move this thing. Oh yeah, he's down there. But I can't reach it. Measuring device, measuring device. Open the toolbox. Whoa. Hello? I don't remember what voice I gave him. Excuse me. He's got his nose up, right? So I was like this. Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours.
Professor, do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. Huh. I'm not the type who likes losing things, but never mind that. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you've brought with you. Pretending like he didn't just blow up the place.
Are you talking about me? Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he still hasn't gotten his memory back.
Pitiful. Ouch, that hurts. Anyway, now we'll be going back to 4 minutes before your death. In order to change your fate, that is.
But aren't we already in the past, man?
But we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead. This is getting complex. Now we're going back from deaths to deaths. Like, this really is just this really is I forgot the fucking name of the movie. Inception. God, I even said it earlier today. What the hell?
How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
Oh, he was looking at the body.
Don't be daft. I can't leave now. He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading.
It's a fucking zombie, dude.
This is the source of his powers. If I remove it,
The source? He's not dead, he's just not there. The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect, it's a spirit. I didn't know Cabanela knew about this.
ridiculous.
So you figured it all out, huh? Oh, he's back in the body? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanela. So it's really true. You're... I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel, a shell. I control everything. This shell, people, just like I control the Justice Minister and Lynn. So it's true, you were manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why? But why did I awake at this very specific moment? Why would you do a thing like that? To create conclusive evidence, you know, on that security tape. Now she's a murderer too. She'll suffer just like Jiao did. Oh, that's why you were framing her. So there would be footage of her shooting your body, but when Cabanela saw the footage of Cecil being shot, didn't he recognize the guy from 10 years ago? Or did he only just recently learn this? Now then, Professor, I'm afraid it's time for you to die. But how'd you cause an explosion? I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you.
Oh yeah? So why don't you let me live then?
I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine exist. Along with the contraption in this room. Oh yeah, that was you. This time, the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over. Cupid won't turn this time, he'll shoot his little arrow this way. Oh, there's some dynamite there. Okay, that's what happened. Professor, look out! Oh, that's why his bones were broken. He even fell gracefully.
Dynamite, eh? When the devil did he put that there?
He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear. His corpse disappeared. That medical examiner, remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. Oh, right. Oh man, so many twists. Like this body was sitting there all this time and I thought it was me, but it wasn't. So what about the lamp? Like what's the deal with the lamp in this? He said he was going to take the corpse back to the lab. But he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. Yeah, of course, because he's blue. But I wasn't going to let that happen, baby.
You saw through their plan, eh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off. Bought him off? I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. Oh, so you could check it out. I thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never in my wildest dreams did I think his abilities were powers of the dead. I mean, I think they're powers from space, power from the meteorite.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn.
And I'm gonna follow him, of course, after I save you two. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here? Yeah. I've been wondering the same thing myself. There's something special about him. No time for thinking now, baby. Actually, there is plenty of time right now. Like, time is stopped, so we have all the time we need. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back even further in the past. But we can't go in his body because his body is just a vessel. Alright, man. Jump in there and stop that explosion, would you? Easy enough for you to say.
Foolish of you to say, too. If you stop the explosion, he'll just do me in some other way.
Fair enough. Then jump in there and take care of that man in red, would you? I repeat, easy enough for you to say.
And most likely impossible to boot. That huge explosion didn't even make him bat an eye.
Yeah, it didn't even damage his clothes. Well, what do you propose then, Prof? Pray tell.
Your best bet is to save me during the explosion without him noticing.
Easy enough for you to say. Sheesh, what's with all these people? Anywho, jump in there and do something. There's more stuff down there. Oh, the mouse again. So we could open this door, but then he would fall. It's no use, I can't open it. Could the fact the professor standing on it have anything to do with it?
I may look small, but I'm pretty heavy set.
He sounds so proud of that fact too. This door, such a pity. Too bad it doesn't open downward. Sometimes life can be so hard, wouldn't you agree, Professor?
Yeah, that's why we're both dead.
A door that opens downward, eh? Yeah, if it did, we could just like drop him at the moment of the explosion. Would be very easy. Measuring device. What in the world is this thing?
This device has that meteorite data entered into it.
Oh, that's why you got a reading. So I was right, the meteorite power is in Sissel.
If it detects Temzik radiation, it responds.
Got that, kid? Isn't it a lovely thing? I guess sometimes it's important not to think about things too much.
What a sorry pair.
And you've got this measuring device, this balance toy.
Paul, what do you think you're doing?
I just thought I'd try it out.
If you do, you're going to set the contraption in motion.
Oh yeah.
I just thought, he just thought he'd blow me up is what he thought.
Oops, that was my bad. But there aren't a whole lot of things I can use my tricks on in this room. Yeah, that's true. There's the box under Cabanilla. There's the thing up there. I guess I'll just wait and see if things move. It's probably during the moment that the contraption is activated, because that's when things start moving. Look at this guy, he's just emanating this, whatever it is. It's just like you said. I can't quite reach him. Oh no, it's a little present box. Now then, Professor. So this is when he activates it. So it goes down. Can't move into the little Cupid. Sissel. Yeah, I know that voice. Help me. Where are you? Find me. Before I'm carried away? Whose voice is this? What's with the frail sounding call for help? He's here somewhere. What, Ray? The lamp?
A friend of yours?
Yep, a little guy that looks a little fragile but has strength that'd surprise you.
Oh, Missile? Well, he's asking you to find him.
And before he's carried away, no less. But I'm almost out of time. Should I look for him?
Oh! I forgot
forgot he was in the fucking leaf. Sissel, here I am. Oh, hey, it's Missile. What are you doing there? Do you really have to ask? Seriously, are you really going there? No, that's okay. Never mind. Anyway, I need your powers. Oh, right. If we have his powers, then we could switch things around. Will you help me out? Of course. Here, let me come join you. Oh, I hit the tire. Oop. Okay, here I am, Sissel. Now maybe things will flow in a new direction. Even though the flow of the sewer is a little bit stinky. Fate change. I mean, he's just about to die. It really doesn't give us much time. Okay, let's stop that explosion. No, we can't do that. Okay, let's take care of that man in red then. No, we can't do that either. We can do this. We can do that. What can we do? We let the explosion happen. Then we rescue the old pigeon guy without the man in red noticing. And your powers are the key to all of it, Missile. Oh, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. We're talking about a matter of seconds. We can't miss our chance. So there's a box here, the telephone. The rats? Those squeaky guys are making a fuss about something. Sissel, my animal instincts are starting to surface. If you mean you want to chase them, I think you have to be alive to do that. There must be some kind of rat feast in that trash can. Those things usually make a bigger commotion than that. A bigger commotion, huh? Old magazine? But I can't reach it. Only he gets to reach it. So could switch these. Okay, so now you can get inside. So what a strange power, like being able to swap items that have the same shape, but only in 2D. Oh god, they're all getting in there. Now that's what I'd call some proper commotion. They're making that trash can dance. Truth be told, I feel a bit like dancing now myself. It's getting harder and harder to hold my wild instincts back. What a dangerous bunch. Trick time. I don't have enough time. Oh, the trash can lid. The tire. Oh, because once it's there, then I can swap those out. No, wait, no, I can't because he's in it. So I need to move and then... No, because they're not exactly the same yet. Now I can. But do I need to wait until the explosion happens? Or can I do it now? Look out! Okay, and then he doesn't see it happening. The explosion happens, but then the pigeon guy will survive. Okay, I think I did it right. And he doesn't notice that the... Okay. So he's not like almighty. He can't feel my presence unless I actually make myself known. And he doesn't know when there's other ghosts in the room. Sorry, little pigeon. Did you have to fall that way? As for you, Inspector... Ugh. I have a little job for you. I can't move. I think I have 4 or 5 broken bones. I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually. Oh. He's kind of freaky, though. Damn you. A bit of a sadistic streak, this guy. There you go. So you survived your fall. Hey, we got it pretty much on the first try. I can't believe it. You lot actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanela. I couldn't do anything to help you. And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act That is, nothing like it, baby.
Yeah, except, unlike a normal magic trick, I'm the one that managed to vanish without a trace here.
Fate averted.
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that, right about now, the real me is giving the poor Justice Minister a real fright.
Oh, that phone call? Yeah, he was pretty upset.
Excuse me, mister? You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this live little creature?
Oh, this little doggy is the warrior who keeps Kamila safe. Or he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Kamila? Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing! That poor little girl, taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute. Miss Kamila is a hostage?
Yes, we're sorry, little warrior.
Miss Kamila, a hostage? What's a hostage?
Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now.
But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Cecil?
That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go rescue Kamila, okay?
Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought.
And I guess he's just gonna stay down there. Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there.
Cecil, I'll go up first and wait for you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, might need your help to go up there.
Okay, lovey-dove, we need your help. Carry this measuring device upstairs. It has Mr. Ghost in it, so don't drop it.
Alright, okay, thank you for your help. I wish people would do that more often. It would make things much easier. Shriek time.
Get up there. There you go. There you are, Cecil.
Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun.
You just jump in there and stop him from firing, would you?
There you go again with that stuff.
Besides, it doesn't make any sense. If you stop him from firing, he'll just kill you some other way.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
Yep, same situation as mine. Your best bet this time around is to allow him to shoot and then save Cabanella without him noticing.
Ooh, it's even worse than last time.
Anywho, jump in there and do something.
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Cecil. Don't forget,
Whenever you want to use me. How can we possibly do that, though? Unless we switch out the bullet for something else? So he's in the stepladder. A knit hat. Okay, well, there's a helmet and then a knit hat, which have the same shape. That's about the only thing that has the same shape. And I can't reach up there. In fact, I can't reach anything. I would need to move this thing. It's stuck on something and it won't budge.
maybe the men in white put a curse on it. Yeah, like a message, do something to help me. Ooh, that's spooky.
I have a message for you. I'll tell you myself. Thank you very much.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop messing with the battered old hoist and do something to help me.
You heard him, Sissel.
Oh boy. So we can't move this, which means Sissel is just stuck down here, unless this can move. Stuck until he knocks down the... yeah, this thing. So now you can move out of here. But if I move the desk lamp, he's gonna know. It's in front of him. All I can do is like open the spout lid. Oh no, he does turn around at this. Oh, he turns around. Okay, so swivel this while he's got his back turned.
Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around.
Do we have to call him that? But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks.
This is the only time he takes his eyes off of me too.
If you have something to do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the inspector. Turn on the lamp? Wait, no. But what about it? Even if I'm there, like, it doesn't do anything. This book, he said the book was almost about to fall. Oh, I can rock the helmet. What was that? Okay, so the helmet fell. Okay, so he doesn't mind the helmet falling down. But that book still isn't falling. Oh! Right, he gets pushed all the way back. But then I can't move during this time. Desk lamp. Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die?
Because he's already dead. He died 10 years ago. I knew full well he wouldn't die if I shot him.
Then why did you go to the trouble of shooting him at all? Time's almost up. That's enough chit-chat. But now the situation has changed slightly. These last split seconds are our chance. They are? I don't see anything I could change right now. The stepladder is here. And I can't move further down. And I can't reach the knit hat either. He only turns around after knocking down the kettle, right? So it's not like I can make the helmet drop on the kettle. I don't know. You have to wait for something? No, he turns it. And then it's too late. It's no use! Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do. I don't see anything to swap the bullet with. I guess you didn't make it in time. Oh, you can swap the bullet? I'm so sorry, Inspector. I guess I'll have to try again.
Again? I'm going to get shot again?
Oh shit, okay, so they do give you like a window at the very last moment. I want to save the Inspector in white without that guy noticing. I have to do something about that bullet after it's fired. I can swap it with something, you know? Then I guess I'd better look for something with the same shape, the shape of a bullet. Okay, what about the book that can fall and like all that stuff? So when we save this character in white, why do you refuse to call him by his name? We should do it without stopping the guy from firing and without him noticing. In other words, once it's fired, the bullet will be the key to this whole thing. Don't forget, whenever you want to use my... And I guess if the helmet was on top of a thing, it would have kind of the shape of a bullet. If like... But I don't know what. I want to swap the helmet with the other hat, but they're too far apart. Right? Okay, what if Sissel, can you get... He can't get into this little stair thing. What do you call that? A step ladder. I can't get Sissel into the step ladder. And then once he falls into it, he's just gonna get pushed further back. So like, I'm kind of stuck on the left here. Like, I can't swivel while he's looking at me. I can rock to make this thing fall.
But then, what about it? Open the spout lid. What about that? You've got grit, little pigeon. I better get up there before the little pigeon's strength gives out. Oh, man. This is tricky. So Cecil is just stuck down there no matter what until the kettle falls down. He can move photos, but I can't actually interact with anything. How can I get in the damn stepladder? The fact we can't both be the same object is also like a problem. Wait, so he turns around. I can swivel this. That doesn't do anything. Oh wait, maybe... Have I tried to make it fall on the lamp? No. That doesn't do anything. Ah, I don't get it. What can I do? Huh? It doesn't seem like I have any options. I mean, obviously I know I do, but I don't... Like, I want to get to that hat, but I need the stepladder. But I can't get on the stepladder because it's too far. I definitely need to do something while his back is turned. Swivel this. I guess I make the hat fall? I don't know what that does. Just makes him turn around. Still can't reach it. And when he gets shot, like, he flies back, so the stepladder gets even more out of reach. That's the kind of guy you are. So why'd you shoot him if you knew he wasn't gonna die? I mean, yeah, then he does roll back. Oh, he does roll back closer. So I guess after this, then I can get inside. Wait, no, because he's in it. So I can move. Okay, I can move to the right. Jiggle the hat. Ooh. Okay. Then I can move this back. Oh, then I can switch them. Oh, it's in the shape of the book. So you can switch these. What about it? Oh, now it falls. Okay. And then do I switch the helmet with the knit hat? Oh, so they have to be not only the same shape, but also the same angle. Wait, no, I'm on the right path. So, if I jiggle it now... Okay. Oh, now it's in the shape of a bullet, isn't it? Right? So I wait for him to shoot. And he's gonna shoot, what, a tiny little knit hat? To shoot. It's no use! I do.
What do you mean you don't see anything? I don't even see where the bullet is. It says switch with the... Isn't the hat in the shape of a bullet right now? It's like... It's in the right shape, isn't it? But they never show you the bullet, so I don't know like what shape it's supposed to be. I mean, I assumed I had the right shape. This is getting hella tricky. Like he falls with his arm all like that. Now we gotta hurry up. Move the stepladder. Move the hat. Falls on the thing. Over here. Switch it with the book. Then it falls on the hook. But then, would you look at that, right on the hook? I love knit hats, so warm and most of all, soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Aha, I thought so too. What about it? Our chance is coming up, is it? The last split second, right? Leave it to me. Oh, there's the bullet. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance. I'm here in the bullet right now. Wow, you are? Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? It's our only hope. Damn, you were able to stop midway. He was able to stop at the very millisecond where the bullet was like traveling in the air. That's crazy. There's gonna be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Is that the shape of a bullet? I guess, yeah, I guess the casing isn't shot, right? It's only like the tip. I don't know anything about guns, clearly. So yeah, right, because when you recover the bullet in someone, it's just the tip. So I was thinking more of like, you know, the shape of a bullet as you see it before it's shot. But I guess it would be the shape of the hat. Okay, well, this thing. So he's gonna get shot with the knit hat, but he's gonna know. Okay, I guess not because it happens like in a fraction of a second and he falls so dramatically. I don't think you noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act.
And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm and most of all, soft.
Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over.
At least until dawn when you stop existing.
What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
So you two were working together.
That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us.
I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Kamila.
You're right, Missile.
And there's a certain guy I have to follow too.
This is gonna be a very long episode.
After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanela, the man in red left, and now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. In which you both survived. It's wild that after you return to the present, they still remember what happened in the other timeline. You would think they would just be the same person they were before the change occurred? How are you feeling, you old crazy character? I mean, I guess still pretty bad. He's still got broken bones, right?
Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, eh?
Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna be able to stop him.
Why don't we call you an ambulance? Damn it, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, buddy of mine.
Why don't you just lay there looking extra? Well, looks like both of their debts were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I'd better talk to them.
If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, maybe. That way I could have been dancing after a big red by now.
I might be able to erase debts, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way.
Yeah, sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen.
I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Say, you were right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost.
Oh. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jowd forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park, and finally you, Kamila. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. So what did you do?
Yes, 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made two very stupid mistakes.
Detective, I'm telling you. I'll telling you. I don't know anything about it.
Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell.
You had to go and threaten him. Make him feel like he had nothing to lose.
But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement, but I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that.
Carbonella, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report.
Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. That's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
How could you?
He used my gun to escape.
You say you were just assigned to the Special Investigations Unit as if you were just like a newbie, but I'm guessing you still have to be like a pretty experienced officer before you're assigned to like a special division. So you have no excuse.
What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas?
For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time, and in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man... Oh, it's the 2 guys in the prison. The case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, eh? So he's behind everything. We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. Oh, that's what this whole operation was about. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in his deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely they'd use them for peaceful purposes.
And now they have that little girl as a hostage.
Kamila.
We have to stop him before he leaves the country. This spotless record of yours, is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than life.
Than your life, eh?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case.
The case? That's why you cared about your record so much?
Oh. Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jowd shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story, some secret.
Oh, wow. So all the way back, you figured there was some like supernatural force because you couldn't believe your friend had just shot his wife? I mean, it's not that. I guess I would also be very surprised if one of my close friends turned out to kill their wife, but I mean, happens all the time, right? So that's why you wanted a clean record, just so you could lead the Special Investigations Unit?
I did everything I could to climb the ladder, everything in my power.
But then once you saw Jowd at the prison, you didn't really seem like that bothered by him being executed.
And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years though. The manipulator is going to prove that Jowd is innocent.
What incredible determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, yeah, why didn't you help him escape from prison?
That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime.
I guess so.
I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally.
Well, it wasn't. Like, he did die in the timeline that, well... No, he died from the explosion. He did die from the chair. But still, you wouldn't have been able to save him if it wasn't for me showing up, so...
That's why I brought him before the Justice Minister too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby.
So that's it, eh? Guess that does make sense. But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around, give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight.
Okay. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know? I used to be a part of the police. The police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner, investigating victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead, but I never filled an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. The piece of meteorite? An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Wait, he vanished? Are you saying he like literally vanished out of thin air, or are you saying like that he just left when no one was watching? Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity too. This is gonna be such a long episode, like maybe doing 3 chapters per episode is not such a good idea. That's the only way I can describe it too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead alright, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch. I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. Because he was possessed by Temzik. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. That's damn freaky. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood either. Damn. Dude was magic. Dude was Wolverine. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that?
If you just walked out? Just walked away. I just left.
And knocked out the guard. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him.
And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. Radiation. I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. It's a fucking alien! Wait a minute, could it be? That's right, it was coming from that meteorite fragment. Okay, I didn't think like alien ghosts from outer space was gonna be a plot thread in this game. I thought we were just dealing with ghosts, not alien ghosts. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought it was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case, thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temzik. Is that you, baby?
You're two oddballs. Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
It's got a point there. I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator, We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. So it's an alien. It's an alien ghost who's also into selling national secrets to other countries. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." Why would you even admit that? And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Temzik were somehow connected.
Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Kamila.
Oh, I get it. That does make sense.
So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Joud?
That's right. Joud and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried.
Kamila told Joud it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire.
So that must mean somebody manipulated Kamila's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Oh, there's Lynn.
Kamila!
Yes, baby? Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry, I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Joud. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Ha ha ha! But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Joud,
the minister called up the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Joud go free until tomorrow morning too. That's not how the law works. That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
Can you get out of these clothes? Oh, you see how the paint just like switched sides? Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second.
Joud. There it is. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day, and today's that day. Yeah!
I'm just gonna have to put your tie on and stuff, but it's a good step. I've been waiting so long, Detective Joud. Waiting for this day to come. Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. Can someone call an ambulance for Cabanella, please? This present you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. What about the pocket watch? There's still some stuff we don't know, huh?
Cecil, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I guess you should stop calling me that because I'm not Cecil. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow, you'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for? I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving. Inspector Cabanela?
See ya, baby.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn. And scene. That was a very long chapter. My voice is like giving out. Obtain a new background. Just a black screen. Okay. Oh no, it's the little sidebar thing. Oh. And a new song, Ghost Trick. Lingering Death. New illustration, a whole bunch of stuff. This guy. Oh man. Well, this has been one of my longest recording sessions in a very long time. I don't know how long this video is going to turn out to be. Maybe it just felt longer because I have to voice every character. But wow, so many twists in the story today. Like, that was more reveals and twists and turns than we've had so far. I feel like the structure of the story has completely changed now. We're dealing with like an alien ghost. Like, we find out that I'm not actually who I think I am. So now I truly am looking for my own identity. And not just my name, but like, what do I look like? Who am I? I don't know. I think next episode is the finale, right? Because we only have the 3 chapters left. So, I mean, every little thing that the game has set up so far, they've delivered on, except the things that haven't been revealed yet. So I'm very confident that it's all going to come together in a satisfying way right at the end. But that's going to be next time. So with all that being said, thank you so much for joining me today. I had fun playing this. Hope you had fun watching it. I will see you in the next episode for some more Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. À la prochaine.